Time to shake and bake. 1 2 1 2 1 2. What is this? You're now tuned into Imperfect Sense right here on Unified Radio.tv. I go by the name of Eric E. Mr. Dawson, whatever it is you call me. Please do not call me a midget. And to the left of me, I got the bully with me, Conway.
Whoa.
To the right with me, got Uncle Drew. Andy's in the building.
Yes, sir.
And we are in Perfect Sense. And if this is your first time listening, viewing, seeing in Perfect Sense, I'm going to tell you, man, we some opinionated brothers. We talk about everybody. Nobody's off limits, especially ourselves. So if it happens in the public eye, guess what? We're going to talk about it on this pod. So if you're sensitive about your race, religion, gender, sexuality, or politics, this is not the show for you because we do not subscribe to cancel culture. And if you continue to view and watch us, guess what? You subscribe to our bullshit. Yeah. So I don't want to hear nothing in the comment section. Don't send no emails. Don't send no DMs. Don't send no text messages about how you so offended and all that other BS. We just don't care because we talk about everybody, man.
I want to cry.
And with that being said, how y'all feeling before we get this shit kicked off?
I feel good, man.
Everybody feeling good? Yes, summertime rolling, everybody out of town, people getting, vacations and all that. Everybody good. We recording on this weak ass 4th of July weekend. We don't celebrate 4th of July around here.
It's not to celebrate. Juneteenth now.
Yeah, 4th of July now about us. This shit ain't for us.
Call out for Juneteenth. Fuck that.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, being that it is the holiday weekend, it ain't for us. What y'all listen to, man? What's on that? What's in
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Just listening to that new Cardi, Kanye, and Dirt shit. That shit slap, bro. Cardi coming back for that shit, man.
Yeah, like she wanted them. What she listen to?
I'm actually listening to some old R&B. I have. Shout out to Mario.
Yo, speaking of you know what? We didn't get the pod and talk about verses, man. We ain't gonna get into it, but yeah, shout out to Mario. That was a shellacking of
Mario.
Of high proportions, and I on record took Mario over Mario.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, and this was on record.
We knew. We all knew.
I think we all took that nigga over.
Yeah,
Mario.
So
I just didn't think it was gonna be that bad.
It was bad. Maybe it's a little bit of hometown bias, but I'm just like I was taking Mario over Marion any fucking day.
You can't. How Mario said, you can't have a Mario without the Mario.
Yeah.
See, I was already taking Mario for the jump that, when B2K was popping, I was getting grown pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know about them. I didn't really listen to them niggas.
No, it wasn't.
Except for R. Kelly.
The R. Kelly in there, and now he down. Free for
my
30.
Nigga R. Kelly, cuz
he down for 30 years. He not. I don't even think he gonna do. I think he gonna kill himself. Like I don't want to put that in the world.
Suicide watch.
He gonna kill himself. Like he not doing no 30 years.
30 pack.
He ain't doing no 30 years, man.
That nigga ain't even 3-0.
He not
that's
doing no 30.
Time in.
He ain't doing no 30. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta
but that's just
30.
one state.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think about
what state was that?
Illinois? Was it Illinois? Because he gotta think he gotta go to New York. He gotta go to Georgia and Florida.
Yeah.
He might have to go to California.
No man, we not gonna talk about that shit.
Yeah, he going. I don't think he going.
He get hit for some bullshit. Anyway,
it seemed a little fucked up, man.
Racketeering on some pussy, cuz the bitches came to him.
It seemed a little fucked up, and not taking away nothing from the real victims, but I don't see victims in this situation.
I don't see no victims in none of this.
Not in this particular situation, especially when the parents played their part in it.
Played the advocate.
And speaking of that, people playing their part, man. Something big happened week and a half ago. This Roe versus Wade thing. You know what I'm saying? How y'all feel about that? Before I jump into questions, how do y'all feel about the Supreme Court overturning Roe versus Wade?
We knew.
Yeah, we knew that shit.
We knew. We touched on that. We knew.
We saying we knew. Elaborate though.
Like, I knew once I said the presidential debate and I seen when Hillary lost, I said, okay, all right, I see what he was coming with. And I knew he was coming with that right-wing Christian rhetoric. And one of the biggest things they always been trying to say, this Roe versus Wade, abortion, a life is a life.
Yeah, they always that was their main topic.
You brought up Christianity, right? And the thing that's where it failed miserably for a lot of people, because a lot of people aren't Christians,
right?
And when you're trying to implement laws Religion is not supposed to be a part of it at all.
The church and the state's supposed to be separate.
They're supposed to be separate. You can't make a decision based off your own faith for everybody else, because we got Buddhists, we got Muslims, we got atheists.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to be even across the board. So when people start including church into law, is a big fucking problem.
Yeah.
And truth be told, this thing about, well, they saying, they trying to keep the white race alive. Conway said this shit on many shows ago.
Yeah.
He said that verbatim.
Man.
Like, that's what it is. But I don't give a fuck what you do about abortion laws, about that, about white life, because white life still like black dick. Y'all gonna be played out any fucking way.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be out of here.
Right.
Them motherfucking Beckys and them Karens love jumping on some motherfucking mandingo ghetto big black dick. So I don't give abortion not gonna fucking help you, because y'all not fucking y'all own fucking women.
Yeah. They white women always gonna have curiosity.
And then y'all fantasizing about the brown and black girls, y'all white men.
Yeah.
So y'all killing yourselves. Abortion ain't gonna do shit for it. Like, I think they put this shit into play because these motherfuckers, the Caucasian race is number one in incest. Like,
well,
I'm saying they number one.
Well, what they're saying also so far is like census, and I don't believe every black person participates in the U.S. Census. What they're saying is that they've been noticing that when it comes down to black and Latinos, so far as in the household, they having way more children than white folks. And I think that's part of the issue was like, well, how are we going to get our numbers up? It's probably a lot of our white and Caucasian women up there having abortion. But, I don't know. It's just
it's sad that you we moving backwards in a world that's supposed to be evolving. Like, motherfucker, we got cars that don't need gas. Right. We got motherfucking headphones that don't need cords. Everything is evolving technically, but then the laws, we're going backwards. Like, how the fuck you gonna tell a woman what she can and can't do with her goddamn body?
They are so afraid to lose power.
Yeah.
They are terrified. It's almost like they're willing to like just risk it all, chop off your nose.
They really. I think in their minds they believe that they're gonna go into slavery if they don't have power.
Right, like all the brown and black people want to get together and say, "Yeah, let's enslave them."
That's what I believe.
They're about to have the next Nat Turner revolt. I'm dead serious.
That's what they terrified. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna play this quick clip, right? From this Republican senator. I believe he's out of Mississippi. I'm gonna let y'all get into this.
Happen now to 12-year-old girls who are forced to give birth. Here is Philip Gunn, the Speaker of the House of Representatives in the state of Mississippi.
That is my personal belief. I believe life begins at conception. And let me say this. I want today to be about the Roe versus Wade decision. I want today to be about the fact that we have seen an end to abortion in this country.
This typical older white man with his Christian beliefs saying that life begins at conception. Believe what you want to believe. He can believe what he want. You can believe what you want. I can believe what I want. Conway can believe what he want to believe. At the end of the day, the decision still has to be made where it benefits all fucking people. Absolutely. And the person that has to benefit first is the woman. It is her decision. Like, you can't tell me, right? And shit always changes if it hit home, because let's believe if he had a 12-year-old daughter that was raped by somebody, especially if it was somebody black, he would do everything in his power to get his fucking daughter an abortion.
To terminate their pregnancy, yes.
You get what I'm saying? It's like they live these lives that they think is so peaches and cream and it's so good, and they think shit can't happen to them. That's the thing. Right. And the fact that it hasn't happened to them yet, this is how they make their decisions. You know what I mean? Even coon ass Clarence Thomas, he's a fucking clown. A coon. Like, he's a fucking coon. And I hope he hear this and view this, because at the end of the day, he's even trying to put something on the table, I believe, about contraception as well. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So imagine a motherfucker telling you can't go buy a fucking condom, dog.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, like, yeah.
What are we doing out in this motherfucker?
I keep telling you, yo, they scared, bro. It's most of this shit is happening in the majority white states, bro. That's why I keep telling you, yo, they're scared because now these black boys is coming here to these states because they the fucking star basketball player, football player, baseball player, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And these bitches is out here cheering for them and then want to eat the dick. Right. Then next thing you know, 2 things later, 3, and then they getting pregnant, bro.
Right.
And the thing is, watch what happens once they see more of that happening. Like the more they not even gonna start accepting black kids in these fucking colleges like Indiana, fucking.
I get that point. I mean, we talked about this before. It's like it's a self-inflicted wound because it's like this: you jump into the hood, right? Mm-hmm. You go get this star football, basketball player, right, from the hood, and you bring him to this predominantly white institution. Right. What the fuck is he gonna fall in love with? So at the end of the day, when he's a star player, or he's just a great athlete, period, that is fortunate enough to go to the next level and be a professional athlete. For the last 3-4 years, he's been around this other fucking race that been fucking and sucking and loving on him. Right. What you think he gonna marry?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so even in the argument, and what we did a previous show talking about why, when black men get money, they go and get a white woman because they're there when they go to these fucking institutions.
Yeah. And the shit is so stupid is they should have, if they were smart and not just racist motherfuckers, they would keep abortions on. Because now you're gonna have to sit there and see more of your daughters walk into that house with a fucking curly head, brown skinned fucking baby because she loves the chocolate, bro. And they still trying to hold on to this racist fucking threshold because you can't have clans with fucking half black, half white baby,
right? At all.
It's, like you said, the power is disappearing from their hands, and they're just white people don't think of long term, yo. They think of now, right? And they see now that they're running out of power. They just put a black fucking hood woman inside the fucking Supreme Court. She's from the hood. Right. They put her, she's in charge of shit now until she dies. Right. You know what I'm saying? They have even though I know people hate her, but they got a bitch that's a fucking, what's she, vice president? That's a nigga. Oh. You know what I'm saying? But she's a nigga. Yeah. Right? Right. Now, you're looking at more of these other positions of placement, not in just main black cities and all that shit, right? Where black people are now having a fucking say so, right? They're losing power,
and not even black because the Latino culture, they be fucking.
They black, yo. They black.
You know what I'm saying, but they be fucking. Latinos be fucking. Yo, Latinos be fucking, bro. They be fucking. They be fucking. And they truth be told. I've been to a couple abortion clinics. Not saying why I was there, but I've been to a couple abortion clinics, and I ain't never seen an Asian in there. I never seen a Latino in there.
Well, Asians don't have that, but go ahead.
They don't. The little ass pussies, but the motherfucking Latinos be fucking, bruh, and they stick. Once they get in a high ranked position in politics, that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. Some Latino sisters is in power.
Some brothers too. Yeah,
but you got some.
But I'm talking about in these states where it's predominant, the fucking South Dakotas, the Idahos, the North Dakota, the Wyomings, and all that other dumb shit.
Don't we have a Muslim sister from Middle Eastern that's in politics?
Texas.
I don't know.
They need to stop being in Texas.
Texas is a motherfucker. Yeah.
Once they take over Texas, because they already took over Texas. Right. Once they take over Texas in politics, the world gonna change.
For the better or the worse?
For the better.
For us.
For brown people. And I ain't talking about, because you guys separate the Latino people, because some of them motherfuckers think they white. Right. I'm talking about the ones that don't think they white.
Yeah, named Clarence Thomas.
Yeah. And but I'm talking about the ones that still for the car. Yeah,
I knew he was going to say his name. I was like, watch.
but once that, like that power, yo, that's, truth be told, yo, that's why Donald Trump was talking about that wall so bad. He was pushing for this shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was pushing for this shit. The motherfucker just had a whole rally talking about, and bitches up there thanking him that they overturned this shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And she had a nerve to say that wasn't what she said, because I wish I had the clip where she said, thank you for white life. She said, I didn't say that. I said right life for some shit. She said white. She said white life. She said white life.
The president that's there now even said in the next 15 years there won't be a such thing as predominantly white, yo. He knows this.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
They all know this. We know this because we see too many motherfucking kids in our neighborhoods that's not black.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Fully. Mm-hmm. We go to Pigtown and that shit look like a fucking
you know why?
A mutt.
You know why? Because brown and black people like pussy.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck what color it is.
Right. That's what I'm
you
saying.
White, you can make a good sandwich. You Asian, you can make a good sandwich. You black, you can make a good sandwich. We fucking? Then we fucking.
Only place you won't see black people in no city is Greektown.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
In Chinatown.
No. Because we's fucking them. We's fucking them.
The Greeks give it up too, yo.
No. Like authentic Greeks, they not letting us in that shit.
Our culture,
look at Greektown here.
Don't get me wrong. We got people in our culture that say, "Hey, I want to see black people with black people," like Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
He's real high on that, and that's his belief. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, you gonna love who you love. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Right. You're gonna love who you love. Like it just is what it is. You're gonna love who you love, and not only are they not reproducing like that, more of their culture is coming out as gay, bi, and lesbian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they're naturally not going to fucking reproduce. Right. Shout out to them.
That's not our fault, y'all gay.
I mean, it ain't. Right. But it's the truth. Like I said, love who you love. But a lot of their culture is gay, bi, and lesbian. They are.
It's not our fault that y'all little ghetto bitches that like the queen.
Yo, when that dude dropped that shit on Instagram, yo, that was hilarious.
Little ghetto bitches that like the queen.
We gonna put that link up, yo. But it's the thing. It's like when it comes down to their race, they have always been on some. They're racist. Yeah. So they've always tried to push that narrative white on white. When it came to us, shit, we taking whatever. We came to Latinos, you love me and you giving us some pussy or whatever, we taking it. Mm-hmm. And I'm starting to see more brown and black sisters get them a white man. Mm-hmm. Which they can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Because at the end of the day, baby's still gonna be black.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, yo. You can't erase our tone, bro.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how
whatever it is, it's
the
black.
DNA is still it's too strong.
It don't matter what you mix it with, it's black.
Look, them motherfuckers could come out looking like Frank Sinatra. Mm-hmm. That motherfucker get a blood test. Mm-hmm. That shit gonna say 83% African.
Mm-hmm. Because that used to be against the law to be mixed and then claim you were white. There used to be a law back in the day.
Yo, I just heard some. I didn't mean to cut you off. I heard some shit that Clark Gable was actually black.
Yeah, he is.
I heard some shit like that too.
Clark Gable is wild because they was up there saying, he took out Hattie. What's her name? Hattie McDaniel's award tour because she wasn't able to come to the award ceremony. And I said, son,
I gotta look into it. I ain't gonna speak it as fact. I did hear that. I did hear that shit.
Yeah, I heard he was black too.
But back to these Supreme Court justices that overturned this shit, man. The shit that was the most shocking, the white men part of it wasn't shocking for me. Mm-hmm. When I seen that a woman actually voted for this shit, and then a black man actually, that's the shit that really got me. The shit the white man do doesn't surprise me anymore. It's to be expected. Yeah. But when I see a woman, and then I start looking at her like, damn, she ain't really that pretty. Maybe she got a girlfriend at home. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why she don't fucking care, because she like a full blown dom to me. Stinking bitch.
Yeah.
Like, but to see a woman vote against to vote to overturn it, you're a woman. You know what the women had to do to even get this shit passed 50 fucking years ago?
I'm not surprised. After when Trump won that presidency, the majority of the people that voted for him were white women.
Crazy.
They looked at Hillary like, excuse me, bitch.
Yeah. Yo, and yo. I want to, because we say this too many times, and I don't want to be like, I'm saying it again, yo. Women just don't stand up for each other, yo.
No, they don't.
They.
I said that before too. When Hillary was running, it should have been women versus everybody. That should have been her campaign.
Right. Yo, and the fucked up thing about it is, Hillary was trying to run it that way. Right. She just had women who was like, oh, well, you got these emails. Oh.
Right. They took the most minute thing.
Yeah, like, but email? What? Oh.
It was a cat fight. Go ahead, bro.
Also, she was aligning herself with a lot of hip hop artists.
But that's that was that's all they do, yo. Like, people, I guess they forgot.
But for me, them aligning themselves up with hip hop artists is the same tactic they used to do in the 60s and 70s when they lined themselves up with the black church.
Man,
it's the same tactic.
Donald Trump did that his whole 80s, 90s period.
Right.
Donald Trump did that.
Right.
That's why he went back and said, how you say I'm racist? I used to hang with Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Nah, bitch, you started the hip hop police, you bitch ass nigga.
That's what he did.
You hung around
that's what he said.
You hung around these motherfucking
one of my closest
artists.
friends was Mike Tyson.
Yeah. You hung around these black people, right? And the next thing you know, once you fell out, hip hop police came. Because how they know what to look for.
Right, exactly.
Cause you was hanging with them. You in Wu-Tang fucking limo watching them put guns underneath for the seats and shit.
Right.
And you sitting there and they treating you like you fucking just this cool white boy when you really with the eye.
Right. And you know what's a deeper effect about this? You know, the states control the abortion now. It's up to the state. Right. And I was listening to Gary Chambers, who's running for Senate in Louisiana. If anybody can support Gary Chambers, like, he a real one. He was on the Breakfast Club. Shout out to them. He was talking about
bitch.
What?
You're gay. My man,
he's crazy. But he was talking about the
pull his leg up. Pull this dress up.
He did what the old dudes be doing.
This guy's crazy. I didn't pull you. I just scratched my leg, yo. I got on shorts, man. I don't got on hoochie daddies, man. I don't got on the hoochie daddies.
Pull the skirt down.
You got your hoochie daddies.
No, I don't got them on, man. But shout out to Gary Chambers, man. He was talking about I forget what state it was, so I can't repeat it verbatim. But he was talking about the women in that state are gonna basically have to find a means to travel 2 states over.
Yeah, he was talking about Texas.
You know what I'm saying? To actually get an abortion. And when you're coming out of a neighborhood where you can barely pay your rent or survive, how are you going to be able to jump state to state to go ahead and get a procedure done that you need?
Yo, the shit is so fucked up about it, right? Like the main culprit is Texas, bro. And it's like, just let these niggas be by themselves. They didn't want to be part of the United States. They wanted to be like they thought, like they were Canada. They act like they fucking Mexico. Just let them be by themselves. Because these motherfuckers is coming up with these laws, and it's being passed because they have a lot of people there to pass laws. You know what I'm saying? Inside of Texas alone. But right now,
Texas definitely has too much power.
Yeah, but right now, it's like you have, like he was talking about that, but you have these companies like Apple, Nike, Uber, Bank of America, a couple other joints, right, in Texas, like, well, you know, we put it in place that on the in the insurance that they get from working with us, that if they need an abortion, it's going to be covered, and they'll put the flight in from Texas to another place.
Wow.
Fucking Ted Cruz bitch ass.
Oh, he a sucker.
Said, well, if that's what these companies are doing, he's trying to write a bill to the point where that if they don't take that out of their contract for the insurance, that these businesses cannot operate out of Texas anymore. So you got people like the president of Yelp was like, shit, we virtual. Mm-hmm. So we really don't have a home base. But if the person live in Texas, we can always say that she lives somewhere else.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because they're virtual.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter being is that you're so gung-ho on this shit.
Right.
That you're going to try to take the rights of a woman. Right. Like, women have been fighting for years to be equal, right? And I ain't talking about this equality shit that we talking about now. That's going on now. Like, just the fact that our mother, my aunt, nigga, my aunt and my grandmother, they were old, yes. But they had to march for their rights, bro, to vote. Right. Like, they were old enough to see when they weren't voting, or their parents, their mother wasn't voting, to being able to vote. So they seen that shit, right? To now take away a right of, see, like here, heroin wasn't a problem until it happened to one of them. Right. Now one of these officials, and I gotta say this right because I don't want nobody to. It's not their objective on this shit. Isn't gonna change until one of their higher ups, daughters, wives, something gets raped. Right. And that person wants to have an abortion. Right. And you being a man have to look your wife in the face and say, no, because I passed that law, you gotta have this baby.
Well, the thing is, I'm 110% on board with you. But the way they go crazy is if the victim and their family says this person was either brown or black. Then that, because they more or less they're really trying to protect legacy. Yeah. So when you see somebody like Ted Cruz and he at dinner, his wife and all his daughters around him, to America, to white America, that's the American dream. Right. You get what I'm saying? That's what America's about. That's what about. I'm the man of the house. I got my wife and my daughters and my children around me. I got the nice big house with a nice big fence. Life is so great. Until motherfucking nigga Jamal come up in that bitch with an 8-inch long dick, slamming it in fucking Sarah. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, she fucking pregnant.
Because she's in awe of the rapper, or she's in awe of the athlete.
Look, you know what I'm saying? Look at what happened to Sarah Palin's daughter. Right. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. They wanted this to happen since then.
Shit, well look what happened to Sarah Palin. You seen that photo where she was up there with Mitch?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, she got an old picture of her. No, it wasn't Glenn Robinson. Yeah. It was an old picture with her and Glenn Robinson. She's sitting on his lap. I said, do tell.
Yeah, tell. but that's but it was fun because they were teens. Right. We like playing with niggas while we in college.
Right, exactly.
But now I'm in my career. Yeah. We hate niggas.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's the thing, and shout really for the athletes. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Like these athletes that's going to these schools that's in predominantly racist parts of the country, like Mississippi and Alabama. If you wasn't catching that football or dunking that, they would not fuck with you, bruh. Right. They would not. Like you're only safe on that campus. You venture off, you nigga. Don't bring that nigga in my house to my dinner table. I just want to see him catch the football on Sunday.
I told this story before, bro, and I got the proof to back it up. But yo, like that's a fact. This white boy, which is still my friend, I ain't gonna say his name, but this white boy father was part of that shit. That nigga didn't respect me until you found out that I could catch a football and run a football.
That's
attack
it.
for another nigga, bro.
That's it. But motherfuckers quick to go play for Nick Saban, bitch ass.
My name was nigga, and then when he found out that I can do
You had
a
a
talent,
gift.
my name was Richard, bro.
That's always
When it becomes benefit.
But that has always been the case throughout history. If they figure like, okay, you know what? He's a nigga, but he's special.
He's
Right.
special.
He can sing.
He's special.
He can dance.
Uh-huh.
He can preach. And I can use this for my benefit.
Yeah. What they doing? Do the right thing. The old Spike Lee movie. He was like, man, you say nigga this, nigga that, but you like Magic Johnson. He's like, he's different. He said, you like Prince. He's different. He's a different type of nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's
Like,
John Henry.
you know what I'm saying? Period.
And then,
you know?
and Spike told me, he said, deep down inside, you want to be black.
Yes,
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Deep down inside, when they find out that a black man has a gift, right? You can skeet in that door all you want, because they
Legacy
looking
goes out the
for
window.
that gift. They looking for that gift. We don't want to call it, but the Ball family, that mother ain't black.
At all.
Nope.
At all.
And if you listen, the father didn't fuck with the father's Ball for a while,
Right.
till he realized he had a gift.
Right.
He wasn't Jordan,
Right.
but he had a gift.
Yeah.
Like, yo, them white motherfuckers, they really promote their last name, yo. And I'm gonna just use this family as an example. Don't know if they racist or not. I'm just using them as an example. Let's take the Manning family. You had Archie, you had Peyton, you got Eli. Now you got the nephew, who's now gonna be a quarterback.
Shorty tough.
That's what they look at as themselves as a legacy.
Right. Absolutely.
Homeboy better not bring no black chick home.
Right.
He better not. You better go marry a nice all-white American and birth us a boy to keep this shit going.
Keep this shit going.
Birth us another fucking boy. That's how they look at it, yo. And this was this whole Roe versus Wade shit. For me, that's how I feel. I don't know what the fuck Clarence Thomas was fucking thinking. You know what I'm saying?
You know the other man ain't fuck with a black girl.
But what I'm saying, I'm just using them as an example. You know what I mean?
But that shit, I ain't gonna lie. That's why my name is Conway.
You know what I'm saying? What you mean?
Yeah, I've been stopped telling motherfuckers my name was Richard.
Yeah.
My whole legacy is my last name. My
Oh
name
yeah. But
so and I learned that from white people down south.
Yeah.
It wasn't the fact that play Pop Warner. This.
It's all about your surname.
All that shit, right?
It is.
It wasn't that. It was the fact that it might have been Richard is everybody. Richard could be anybody, but your last name is who the fuck you. Who really reminds you? Who you remind you?
He's absolutely telling the truth.
And for years, I was like, you know what? Fuck that. When everybody knew I met, what's your name, Conway? What's your name, Conway? What's your? Then when they found out, I asked you what's your name. You told me Conway. Yeah, because that is.
Yeah.
Because once I have a son, his last name is Conway.
Right.
Once my daughter, I don't give a fuck. Then they Conway. And like right now, Brooke, like, yeah, I'm Conway too. That's it. Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to build something, your last name is the only thing that matters.
Shout out to Dame Dash. He been preaching that shit for a minute.
Your last name is the only thing that matters, bro.
But that's how the Blue Bloods and the ones that came over on a ship, that's how they recognize each other. If they had slaves and the slave catchers see you, they say, hey boy, what's your name? Josh Williams. Oh, you over on that Williams plantation down there. Okay, well wrap it up and go back around that way.
That's a fact. Now, yo, to tighten this up, man, because we can go all day with the Roe versus Wade shit. We can go. I mean, literally, we can go all day about this shit. Like, I'm gonna first say, like, women, I don't know who got your back, but I'm saying I got your back. Whatever needs to be done, I like to be on the forefront for this shit because this shit hit me in a different type of fucking way when I heard this shit. I think more men got to be the backbone of the situation
once again
to help aid in what is going to be another long fight. You get what I'm saying? Because we taking 10 steps backwards. I mean, we even going and back to Texas again. They're trying to put into the school system that slavery was involuntary incarceration. So it was voluntary. They want to take slavery out.
Yeah,
right. Involuntary relocation. Right. That's what they want to call it. Yeah. Involuntary relocation. Right. They trying to sauce it up, put some sugar on it. No, motherfucker, it's slavery.
Because you got to think about it. Now with Juneteenth being a fucking national holiday, right? Mm-hmm. The feds take off this day, right?
Yep.
Now you got people like Brooke asked me, what is Juneteenth? Because they don't teach slavery, bro. Mm-hmm. They don't teach slavery. Right. They don't even know what the fuck that is.
Right.
They don't even teach them history past fucking the iPhone.
Right.
And I'm not even making this shit up.
No, I believe you. Totally.
So it's easy for them to come in and say now, oh, this shit was caught. They was involuntarily relocated and, made to do some things that they didn't want to do because that sounds normal.
Mm-hmm.
So they went to jail. Yeah. Or they did something. They must have got locked up over there and they sent them over here. Because that's what you do when
involuntary relocation sounds real soft.
Right.
It sounds soft.
Like nothing. Well, that's what this Juneteenth about, involuntary relocation, and we fought to free them from that.
Yeah, black people played a role, and they played a nice little role in help building the country. Yeah. They didn't do too much, but they played a nice little role in their involuntary relocation, and they worked over here for free because they volunteered their services.
I ain't gonna lie, know what's so funny with that? Since this shit started, right? I used to shun upon TikTok, right? Mm-hmm. But because like the dance, she's in ballet and all that shit, I let her do it, right? Mm-hmm. But shit she been watching recently been making me proud of TikTok because she didn't know about the abortion shit. She didn't know what it was, none of that shit. Mm-hmm. So she hit me yesterday like, so if this was in place and we lived somewhere else and say mommy got raped, she would have had to have a baby. How would you have felt? Like she's in that mindset now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Then she like, oh, they saying that black people were slaves and white people did it. Mm-hmm. But you tell me to be friends with white people. So why would I be friends with white people if they slaved out people? Mm-hmm. And I was like, what is slavery? She said, well, they said it was they held us with chains, beat us with ropes, and this and that, and made us build stuff and do their farm. I'm like, okay, where you learn that from? She's like, TikTok. I'm like, they didn't teach you this in school? She said, no. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what?
They're trying to forget the past, bro.
But that's why now the government is trying to make Apple and fucking Google take TikTok off of their fucking playlist. Off that Play Store, right? Because now they feel as though TikTok is doing other shit, and TikTok isn't regulating it because them motherfuckers is like, on Juneteenth, y'all was fucking enslaved, y'all did that, blah 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 blah.
It's
so it's like, I mean, but it's so easy for that soft shit to be out, and it's so crazy that we have to, do you realize that? It wasn't that far away when you really think about from slavery to when black people still had to sit on the back of the less. And I hate that 400 years shit, right? Because it seems like every time you hear somebody talk about it, that's the first word, 400 years. And then I sit there, right? And you look like, damn, my aunt was born in 40. And she told me that she wasn't able to go to a school with a white person until the 50s, early 60s.
Right.
So her mother,
And
these niggas that you could touch.
Right. My grandmother was born in 42, and she went through a different type of segregation too, because she came from Puerto Rico to New York, and she got with a black man, and that was at a time where it was frowned upon for black and brown to be together.
Right. Exactly.
To the point where they was fucking each other so much. Now it's more of us that look like each other versus motherfuckers that's pale.
Yeah.
So now we gonna have to rock out together.
Yeah. Right.
That's why New York is so strong. Like, New York wasn't that strong back then.
Right.
Like, they weren't. And, to them two Latinos, the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, start fucking with the African Americans, and next thing you know, they all fucking. Next thing you know, we can't beef amongst each other no more.
Right.
Like, yeah, we still got our own neighborhoods, and y'all still got y'all's, but now it's everybody's bro.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
Because
now we all experiencing the same shit from the white person.
I couldn't go to school in Brooklyn, so I had to travel around the corner. But mainly Mexicans here. Oh, all right. Well, I'm fucked with this little joint. They teach us Spanish anyway, so hey, mommy got here.
Right.
It's a fact. But you want to tighten up and get your final thoughts on this, Andy, so we can wrap it up?
You cannot give people access for over 50 years and then expect not there to be repercussions from stuff.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to see a lot of young girls putting themselves at risk. Well, actually, even adult women putting themselves at risk. People want to start going to this black market trade with these pharmaceuticals. And
it's going to be a clusterfuck, man.
It's going to be a clusterfuck. And guess what? There's a lot of people from the other community that are concerned too, because they said, well, shit, if they took that from them, what can they take from us?
Motherfucker gonna start going out the country and dying.
I'm telling you that I want to make America great again. They want to send this shit back to the 50s, the 40s. That's their view of a great America, when white is overruling over everybody.
Just think about what they just some shit that was put in place that they overturned.
They thinking about looking up Brown versus Board of Education.
Nigga, they want us to sit and fucking play it and go to a fucking ice cream shop. And we looking in the window because we can't go in it.
Right.
That's a fact.
What they want.
And truth be told, if they want to do the Board of Education, that schools like Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, y'all over.
Yeah.
Because if our predominantly #1 athletes to start going to Jackson State with Deion Sanders, guess what? We national champs every fucking year.
Yeah.
But, and guess what? Yeah, we can go back to those days where you had those black communities where you had the Rosewoods and everything, but just believe your daughter's coming with us.
Facts. Tighten it up, Conway. Give your last thoughts so we get up out of here.
Man, just like y'all always preach, a woman has rights of her body. No means no. But in this moment, no means no, bro. Like, you can't stop them from fucking doing whatever they want. Even if it, like, you gotta give them the choice, bro. These women have always been the lower pole of the totem pole, no matter how we feel, you know what I mean? Like,
they always been at the bottom.
Yeah, they always been at the bottom. They always been a nurturers for the families, but they always giving the scraps to eat, bro. So at the end of the day, now you're telling them, whatever you do with your body, I control it. You might as well start putting that pussy on the taxes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if sometimes people do get in the heat of the moment, right? But you telling me that if you get caught with a plan B, you could get jail time? Or if you in a state that can't do abortions, you go to the one that do and you come back, you getting penalized?
Right.
You might as well just say fuck it and just tell them, like, look, I own you.
Right.
If you're not going to just tell them you own them, just let them do what they want to do, man. Because these people, there's going to be so many more women that's going to die, and it's not going to be because of violence, bro. It's going to be because they tried to take the child themselves. Someone's going to try to become the neighborhood doctor.
Yep.
And you're going to have a lot of deaths, man. So I'm standing with you women, because a lot of men need to do that shit, because their women always standing with us when there's shit on our back, and we need to fucking stand with them, bro.
That's a fact. And for me, All I'm gonna say is I'm with y'all. Whatever it takes, just let us know. And we'll be there as much as I possibly can. I definitely want to be a part of the fight to get y'all what y'all need, man. Because you know, like Conway said, y'all at the bottom of the totem pole all the time, and it's time for that shit to end. Excuse me.
Don't get emotional.
Nah, y'all couldn't. I need some water. But yo, this has been another edition of Imperfect Sense right here on UnifiedRadio.tv. I'm Eric. This is the bitch right here named Conway. Wow. To my left, the bullet. This is Andy. We see y'all the same time, same Unified channel next week. Peace.